Hello, Alice. How are you today? Greetings from
Oh,
Toronto.
hello. Yeah, I'm great. How are you?
I'm good.
How's
It's probably been a
it?
little while since you've been here, huh?
Oh yeah, it's been a really long time actually.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Toronto Film Festival.
yeah. I had my first short film went to Toronto, but I couldn't actually go, so just in my brain.
Right, but there was a movie
Yeah.
that you were in. I'm sure you were.
Yeah, Ginger and
Yeah,
Rosa.
Ginger,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
So yeah, that
yeah.
was a few years ago. Yeah, because I know I wasn't losing it completely. Okay, all good. Well,
No.
listen, congratulations on this one. I got to tell you something. As a mom,
Yeah.
that's one of the reasons, but I could not stop thinking about this movie after watching it. You did such a wonderful job with this one. So many questions here, Alice. First off, need to know what was the actual inspiration for you sitting down and writing this? Because there's a
Yeah.
lot going on.
Yeah, there's a few things. Like I went to a lot of spiritual retreats when I was growing up. And then the way my brain works, right? So it was that. And then there's also this Medusa painting by Caravaggio where she's just like,
Yes,
and
which
it
she does in the film, by the way.
exactly.
Yeah,
There's like a moment where it's actually like, yeah, in my own on my own computer and my own little meme world, I've made my like I've put them next to each other and been like, yes.
love it.
Um, it was kind of this just dream of kind of expressing and going on a kind of you know how Greek mythology is always a bit like, what? And like confronting and
Yeah,
weird, and you don't know if you like people and whatnot. It was something to do with, for me, the expression of like a hero's journey that was really um female and twisted and
mm,
full of shame and all the things that feel like they kind of become sexy on a man in the way like the patriarchies put it,
yeah.
but for a woman it's very it's just like gross. And I just thought, let's get, you know, gorgeous Jennifer Connoly. She'll handle it. No, but I really am interested in all those things um that feel a bit gross because they're there, and I
Yes.
don't think they are. I don't think they are at all. I think it's a lot of like the sort of fear of what's just like outside of your vision, and that amplifies it. And yeah, her I wanted to see someone behave really, really badly and really like kindergarten gut
Mm,
instinct level. Um, and I wanted to not excuse it or reason it away, because I think there's a lot of boring binary ways that we try to sort out issues at the moment that kind of damn the detail and the
right.
context and the possibility of actually growing and learning something more, because we're so focused on who's right and who's wrong. And it's like, well, what if she's definitely wrong?
Yeah.
But we stay with her and we find out what wrong is in
Mhm.
this situation. So that was, yeah, I guess as well, like I have such a fear of being wrong or hurting anybody. And I have a bit of this particular OCD with aggressive intrusions. So like
Mm,
very vivid thoughts and sort of intrusive thoughts of like how I could be the worst person ever. And it's describing my brain describing ways that could happen.
well, it's
Helpfully
interesting.
describing ways for that to happen. And I
Yeah.
just want to explore one of the things that really helped me learning and like dealing with that was to try to find those thoughts something I could be curious about,
Mm,
and to then find them funny, not because they are, but it's just such a departure from fear. And
right.
because it's all in your head anyway, it's quite just an interesting exercise. And the film is really, I guess, a lot of my um love and thanks to the way those things did help me, and
Mm.
trying to be curious and trying to even be funny sometime.
Well, it's a good release though, too. Like, I mean, yes, what Jennifer's character Lucy does, some of the stuff, it's like, oh God. Yeah, maybe we do all think that as women, especially. Like we are trained, I guess, if that's the word, to be like, I don't want to say subservient, that's not the word, but you know what I mean? Like just keep it all
Yeah.
in, things that bother us, what have you. And I love the fact that you put her in this retreat because it releases it. And I just like Jennifer is so good. I mean, everything is in her, a lot of her expression, her pent up, like how she cries I mean, everything about her. Did you write with her in mind?
No, but it's strange. Like I mean, from when I started, I was always drawing the character, and she always had like long dark hair, and, and this, very. I mean, it's just so hard to imagine it not being her now. And I think as well, I mean, I really relate to Jennifer in the way that it's like easy to connect some dots about where it all comes from. And of course, like her experience of being a child actor and whatnot is just so incredibly different to Lucy's, but she's at least got a perspective on it all,
Yeah.
and her own curiosity and humor about it. She like yeah, she was just perfect. I feel like unbelievably lucky to have been able to have just the most wonderful companion in making this wild
Yeah.
thing. I'm so happy too, because she also loves it, and I would have been devastated if she didn't. Way to go all that way and do all
Yeah.
those things.
No,
She,
she's a pretty honest actor.
she
especially her and
is.
her
She
husband,
is.
Paul, of course, but I gotta ask you because I only have a couple minutes left and I have so
Of
much I
course.
wanted to speak with you about, but I have to mention your mom, Jane, because first of all, thank you for throwing her in the movie there for a second because I loved seeing her. Like, I just always love seeing her. I've been privileged enough to interview her throughout her career. I mean, The Piano was a movie that affected me beyond belief. I can't even. I remember sitting in the theater and watching that at Toronto Film Festival, actually, and it just anyway. That's a whole other discussion. But I wanted to know for you, your feature film debut. You did such a great job. Did you take any advice from mom? Like, was she just kind of like, I'm going to wait till you're finished, Alice, and I'm going to see this, and I'm very proud of you.
Yeah, I mean, she came and did a doctor bit, but I really didn't get her involved
Yeah.
because, I mean, also everyone brings her up to me all the time. I mean, which is totally, I understand. I
And
totally,
yeah, yeah. But having her
I'm a
as your mom, I mean,
lover.
there's got to be a little bit that gleams off, you being
Oh
her.
no, what I was gonna say is I watched her edit films and make films since I was tiny. So like
Yeah.
her voice is like just her taste, her filmmaking is something that I'm drawn to a different kind of perverse, weird, funny, slightly more nerdy world. I'm I have a slightly nerdier, more perverse brain, it appears, but then
Which is
then I
totally
kind
fine, by the way.
but I just think that she's one of the best out there. So of course, like I also like have been sneaky as an actor because I've got to work with some really great people, and
Yeah.
I just always whatever works, I always just try and copy. Like there's just some things, even my editor gave some really great advice, which was just like, when you think you've got it, don't say bloody cut. Like,
Hmm.
wait 12 seconds, then wait another 12 seconds. Because it's always when you're like, oh yeah, there it is. And you won't have any way to like, you got to let the moment breathe. You've got to let things happen and you've got to let it breathe. So I think that's really important. And then, no, what does mom say? She's just one of the things I always took was that she would never say do that again. She'd be like, that's a really interesting area. Because do that again is like just puts the fear in you to you also like, oh, what did I do? It's just like
Sure. Yeah. Makes sense. Yeah.
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 It's a
But I'm
lot of
sure
things.
she's extremely proud of this. Come on.
Yeah, she really loves it too, thank gosh. Yeah. What a relief.
Well, listen, you did a great job. Whether whether your mom is Jane Campion or not, I just think you are your own person. I think you did a great job on this. You had a lot of hats to juggle. There's no question. And I really do appreciate your time today, Alice, really. And now bring us another film to Toronto.
I'd love to. I will write, I will do good writing, and hopefully everything crossed.
Everything's crossed here too. I'd love to see you in person. Thank you so much for your time. Best of luck with the film and hope to see you again soon. Have a great day. Thanks, Alice.
Thanks, Bonnie.
Thanks,
Okay,
Bonnie.
take care. Okay, bye-bye.